Football is a 20th century technological struggle.
And what I seen was this whole raft of people a-setting on these two banks and looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture.
Football has hitting, clipping, spearing, blocking, punting, late hitting, unnecessary roughness, and personal fouls.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio from the Santa News and Press, alongside Brian Carter of Carter Video Services. We're here tonight at K.L. Young Memorial Stadium as the South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls host the Chatham Central Bears in a Yadkin Valley Conference matchup. Chatham Central this season 0-7 on the season. South Stanley has 2 wins in their last 3 games, including a big win last week against South Davidson, 61-14. It's the first time South Stanley had scored more than 60 points in a game in 2 seasons, and that game was 2 years ago was against South Davidson. We see South Stanley warming up. Again, a big offensive that they almost doubled the offense that they had already coming up into that game last week. Number 19, Maxton Horton, is the starting quarterback, and Jawan Morris, the running back, had over 200 yards, well over 200 yards, around 235 yards, and 2 touchdowns. South Stanley got touchdowns from 6 different players. The Rebel Bulls are in the middle of the Yadkin Valley Conference standings. A very important game for them tonight. We'll be back with the coaches on Stanley County Monday Night Football. We're back on the pregame show on Stanley County Monday Night Football with Chatham Central head coach Bob Pegram. Coach, let's talk a little bit first. We saw you a couple of weeks ago against Albemarle. The most points that a Chatham Central team had scored against Albemarle in the series between the two schools. Talk a little bit about your season and some of the improvements that over the past few weeks from that game.
Well, it's been an extremely frustrating season. The turnovers have killed us. We have. Well, I talked to you a couple weeks ago. We talked about the turnovers, and it's been, man, what a struggle it's been. We've had 2 games. One game we turned it over once, and one game we turned it over twice, but everything else has been 6 or 7 times, and it's been a real struggle. But we have improved on that. We're getting a little better. Matter of fact, last week we won the turnover battle. So we didn't win the ball game, but we won the turnover battle. So that's an improvement there. We still have to work on tackling. We struggle there, and we're young. We're giving up a lot there, but our kids are getting better, and we're in good shape. We can, especially on a cool night like tonight, it ought to be no problem whatsoever. Cramping shouldn't be an issue or anything like that, but. I'm looking for a good ball game tonight.
This is a real good matchup because 2 teams that really have sort of similar numbers. Neither one is particularly, bigger than the other, faster than the other. What do you think will make the difference along with turnovers? What else will make a difference in this game?
The one that gets the turnover, that'll be the team that wins. The one with the fewer turnovers and the fewer mistakes. Pre-snap penalties, that stuff's got to go away. We can't have stupid stuff, late hits out of bounds or anything like that. That you're gonna have to play a pretty flawless ball game. I think we have a real good rivalry with these guys, and I mean it goes back to Tasker and even before Tasker and stuff. And Frog is doing a good job with these kids, and I've known him a while, and he's a good guy. And it ought to be a good time. And we've been telling our kids all week that it's going to be a 4-quarter football game, and look for it to be a 1-score difference going into the 4th quarter. And just don't quit.
You just don't quit, yeah. Coach, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back with South Stanley head coach Brad Froge. Back here on the pregame show on Stanley County Monday Night Football with South Stanley head coach Brad Froge. Coach, let's talk a little bit about last week against South Davidson. Really, the offense just came together for you guys. What do you think was different last week?
I think the big difference was we were able to block. We maintained our blocks for more than just 1-2 seconds. We stayed on them. We drove guys downfield, and we let our athletes get into space, and we really let them be athletes.
A matchup tonight with Chatham Central. Two teams actually, South and Chatham, very similar in size, similar in speed. You know, Chatham different that they run more of the power game. How do you feel like these two teams match up?
Like you said, I think we match up. We're very similar. We both want to do the similar things on offense. We both want to be a power team. Defensively, we're gonna line up. We're not gonna stun a whole lot. We don't have the athletes to stun a whole lot to play the man defense behind it. So really, it's two similar styles that they're gonna match up, and it's who can exert their will more is who wins.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
We'll be back with the kickoff on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Here we go. You ready?
And now it's game time! Let's go!
And number 53, Nathan Thorne. Your officials for tonight, referee Hubert Putnam, umpire Steve Jones, linesman Kevin Ward, line judge Tyrone McLean, and back judge Charles Morey.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio for the Sound News and Press alongside Mr. Brian Carter of Carter Video Services. Going through the captain's meeting right now. Just about ready to get started here at KL Young Memorial Stadium as the South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls host the Chatham Central Bears.
Looking forward to tonight, Charles. It's a beautiful night. Getting crisp. It's like football weather coming up here. Halloween will be here in a couple of weeks.
I think for the first time this season, it really does feel like football weather. We haven't had a lot of it to start the season.
Oh, yeah, we've had to deal with some horrendous heat, but I am definitely ready for fall, and I'm sure everybody else is. And they're toss a coin. Let's see who won the coin toss.
That's easy for you to say, and
every time.
Yeah, you really do. I don't know as of yet. An interesting matchup. You know, we talk about what makes a good matchup for Monday Night Football for our broadcasts, and this really should be a good matchup. Two very evenly matched football teams. I would say South Stanley has maybe a little edge in speed. Chatham Central maybe a little more size. Chatham Central is going to run directly at South Stanley tonight. They're going to run the I formation mostly, I think, and try to play a power game. Whereas South Stanley is going to try to want to get, to the outside a little more. And I was watching some of their game film last week in South Davidson, and they really, offense came together in a big way. 61 points. And Jawan Morris also had a big night. Nearly doubled his season output for rushing yards.
We seem to be taking a while here with the coin
The slowest
toss.
coin toss in history.
It's in slow motion, people.
Doesn't it seem possible that there's only 3 weeks left in the regular season after tonight?
I can't believe that. I'm hoping we can go deep into the playoffs here.
Well, for a regular season, and of course, yes, we will be seeing some postseason games as well. Chatham has won the toss, and they're going to defer their choice to the second half. So South Stanley gets their choice and may take the ball to start this game. Interesting night. 3 homecoming games here in Stanley County, including tonight here at South. Albemarle and West Stanley also with homecoming tonight. And of course, we were at homecoming for North Stanley a few weeks back. Leah Russell was named the homecoming queen out at North. Very talented member of the Comet volleyball team. The volleyball playoff starting this coming week.
And we'll be sure to bring that to you good folks during halftime. as we get set for the Rowdy Rebel Bulls to come out on the field. Yeah, they look like they're pumped up, Charles. Ready to get one over on the Bears here, and let's see if they can do it.
And obviously Chatham Central has a lot on this as well, just, to try to end their losing streak. And
we see number 19, Horton. He's trying to get the troops riled up.
Axton's pretty good at that. Of course, a member of the baseball team last season that went to the state finals out at Mudcat Stadium out of Zebulon. And several members of the team, of that baseball team.
And here they come.
Here come the Rowdy Rebel Bulls.
And there goes the cannon. I never can get used to that, Charles.
No.
And the Bears have yet to take the field. Yeah, here they come.
And now they will. Here come the Chatham Central Bears. One of the furthest located teams in the very spacious Yadkin Valley Conference. A drive to Bear Creek from Stanley County takes a good hour and a half in a car, and probably a little longer
on a bus.
in a bus.
Imagine.
Bear Creek, though, very beautiful area. Matter of fact, one of my favorite places in the world is over in Bear Creek, the Southern Supreme Fruitcake Factory. They make more than just fruitcakes. They make all kinds of little southern delicacies, but they always decorate during Christmas, and it's a nice place to do to have a holiday experience, a Christmas experience.
Well, fruitcake, that suits you very well.
And for those of you counting at home, that's Charles Curcio, 2,974, Brian 12, as far as it goes for zinging each other. All right, number 7, Hunter Little will kick off, and
here we go.
Jawan Morris is deep along with number 2, Zenario Bailey. Chatham Central visiting South Stanley. Are you ready? I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Let's roll. The cannon fires. Morris will take it on the hop at the 8, 10, 15, 20. He's got a lane right in the middle of the field. Still going, 40 and down. Oh, what a hard hit at the end of on the 46. He took a forearm shiver.
By number 7.
Number 1, Juwan Morris on the return out to the south.
The kicker.
45-yard line.
Oh, big time shot.
That was from the kicker, actually.
Hunter Little. Yeah, who says kickers can't hit?
Returns it to the 45-yard line. And that's where the Bulls will take over. Maxton Horton, the starting quarterback. 31 as a fullback is Michael Pressler, and Jawan Morris, who just got that return, will get the carry off the right side. Big gain and first down yardage. Caleb Beavers finished him right at the 45. It'll be another first down, or the first down, rather. One run, 10 yards, and I think you're going to see both teams are going to try to run as much clock as they can and really play a slower tempo offense than what we've seen the last few weeks. I formation once again this time. First and 10 from Chatham Central's 45. Morris off the right side, now cuts back up the middle, just getting tremendous blocks, a gain of about 8 yards.
Mark it at the 37. Second down. Second down and 2.
And in 2 carries, Morris already has 18 yards, and he certainly racked up the yardage last week. I believe he had 235 yards rushing last week on 21 carries, if my memory serves. Second down and 2 now for the Bulls, just underway here at KL Young Stadium. Ran into the fullback this time, and it's going to cost South Stanley as number 36, Daniel Gonzalez, with the tackle.
Yeah, just a little flub on the handoff there, and it cost him a couple of yards.
It's going to cost him 3 yards. They'll mark the ball at the at the 40, and it'll bring a third down and 5. And as the sun goes down, you can feel a veritable chill waft its way throughout the stadium.
I brought my jacket tonight.
And it's good. You may need it. We may have it. We may see a weather forecast coming into this weekend just said it was going to be very cold. lows down to the 30s. Third down and 5 now for South Stanley. It'll be a toss sweep this time to Morris, trying to find some room. Very patient run, but there's just nowhere to go. And Chatham Central will finish him off. Caleb Beavers and number 44, Luke Garner. So no gain on the play, and it'll bring a 4th down. And an interesting early decision. You're not going to gain a lot with a punt here. You may see
go for it, or
you may see South go for it. They bring the fullback out of the game. That's 31 Pressler.
4th and 5. Let's go, Big Red.
4 wide receivers this time. Morris is the lone back. There are 3 wide receivers on the far side and only 2 people covering him currently. Horton now looking over the middle, and it's behind Eli Blake. And it will be a turnover on downs. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with 9:13 left, opening quarter on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Well, there was a penalty on the play, but Chatham Central declined it. It was against South Stanley. It might have been a hold. Nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Chatham Central at the Bears 40, I formation. Going to be a steady dial of Caleb Beers, but first we get a little rollout, and the pass is complete for a couple of yards. Nice tackle that time by Deshaun Holt.
Number 44, Garner.
But the pass was complete to 44, Luke Garner.
yeah, Mr. Holt was Johnny on the spot.
Second down, 6.
And both teams are going to be, I guess all teams really try to avoid negative yards, but there are some that can make that difference back easier than others. And in the case of Chatham, negative yards is not something that probably they can afford to do. Nice tackle that time by number 17 is Colby Morton on the gain of 1 yard from number 4 Beavers. We saw Chatham Central a few weeks ago against Albemarle was a steady diet of that I formation offense. So an early 3rd down here for Chatham Central, 3rd and 5. Clock running with 8:09 remaining opening quarter. As a bell gongs wafts across the pitch, if this were soccer, but it's not. Little roll out to the right this time. Little looking for someone, now throws. It is almost picked off.
That's big number 65 there, Thomas Yarbrough.
Yarbrough put his hands out. The funny thing is he was trying to just block the thing, but he blocked it so well that it was just
mitts on it.
It was just levitating there in midair.
Nice.
It'll bring a 4th down. It'll bring probably a punting situation. Now it's a fake punt, looking for the 1st down, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to set South Stanley up in great field position. I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know.
Play call.
Well, the punter is also the quarterback, so it's not, out of the realm of possibility. But with 7 minutes and 48 seconds, interesting that Chatham would rather try to keep the football as opposed to play a little field position game. But nonetheless, the Bulls take over right at the 45 of the Bears. The run is straight up the middle. That's Colby Morton, I believe.
Colby Morton on the carry.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. I make that 2nd down and 3. No score here, South on their 2nd possession. 3 in the backfield this time. Got to be Morris. Morris gets through down across the 30, the 28. He's got a 1st down and more.
I'll tell you, Morris has been able to shred that defensive line.
Well, inside, if you look between the tackles, especially inside, Brian, the front 5 of South Stanley are getting terrific blocks right now. Going to run for the shotgun 3-back set again on 1st down. It's going to be Morris. It's a good push to the right side, but this time the Bears fight back.
That's big number 75.
And the whole penalty is going to come back because it's an illegal motion against South, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty, be 1st and 15.
5-yard penalty, and make it 1st and 15.
So second penalty of the game against South Stanley.
Ball now slide on the 33 to 1st.
You want to take a little Green Day from the South
I
Stanley
believe
game?
that is Green Day. I was sitting here trying to recognize what the song was.
It's like Green Day. Very
This
good.
time it's going to be a toss sweep to Morrison. Initial penetration, and oh, what a tackle. It's a great job that time by number 10, Matthew Morgan. And then Garner finished him at the 38.
Second to 38.
So when South Stanley's trying to go to the outside, it looks like
6 seconds down and 20.
the Bears have done a great job of pursuing and getting penetration of the backfield. But when they've kept it between the tackles, South Stanley has been able to block well. Second down at about 20 now.
Let's see if they go with Morris down the middle here.
Now they're going to go through the air. Now Horton throws it behind. It's intended for Dallas Starnes.
Horton's pass incomplete. It takes number 6, Dallas Starnes.
They'll bring up 3rd down and 20, and he was open. Just threw it behind him. Those are timing plays. That's when you have a quick pass like that, you just take 3 steps back, and you're throwing to a certain spot. And that's where you have to try to get that sort of syncopation between quarterback and receiver to be at the same, so the ball and the receiver will meet at the same spot.
Yeah, timing is everything.
In life as in football.
Oh, yes.
As we wax poetic. 4 wide receivers on 3rd down and 20 now. Horton looking to throw. Little crossing pattern. Looking for Blake with a diving stop. And almost.
Incomplete. Intended for number 3, Eli Blake.
And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Blake pounds the ground. He said he wish he had that.
Well, he had a chance. It was maybe just a little in front of him. It was a deep pattern. He and the other receiver, I believe it might have been Deshaun Holt, were running a little crossing pattern, and he was on a post from the outside position. And now it looks like South Stanley may be going for it on 4th down again. They had a wide open receiver, maybe feeling that they won't gain much with a punt again. Now 5 wide receivers, and Horton's just going to run straight up the middle. Makes some moves, still on his feet. Look at this, 35. He may have a 1st down. A flag is down.
Inside 10.
Still going. He is in the end zone for a touchdown.
But this may be
But
coming back.
the whole thing is coming back. There's a flag standing at the 23-yard line.
Could be a block in the back.
I believe you are correct.
Legal block in the back.
Block in the back. Great run.
What a patient run as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'll actually mark it at the 34.
Put the ball at the 34-yard line. Now it's 4th down and 16.
Which makes it 4th and 16 instead of a touchdown. So a critical mistake there by South Stanley. Now brings up 4th down and 16. The clock is stopped with 5:43 left, opening quarter. South Stanley's going to have to hurry. There's 3 on the play clock, 2, 1, and they do not get it off in time, and it'll be a delay of game.
So they'll back him up another 5.
Flag down.
For years, Brian, we've had to.
South Stanley.
For years, Brian, we have had to watch the efforts of the back judge to know about the play clock. But now a lot of the schools have now put play clocks in. And there's one on the scoreboard. You can't see it from our broadcast position because of the location of said scoreboard, which is way over to our left.
I'm glad you can see it.
I have to crane my neck to do exactly that. And you get spoiled when you have scoreboards like a North Stanley, which you could probably see, in downtown Richfield if you had a telescope. Now 4th and 21. Horton going for it all. It's a jump ball. It's underthrown, and it's going to be incomplete. And probably a better job. Actually, number 28 is Josh Williams. Williams frustrated that he didn't catch that, but really it would have just trapped the Bears 20 yards downfield. Probably better that he just knocked it down.
Absolutely.
Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. 5:35 left opening quarter. No score. Chatham Central and South Stanley. Little motion this time on 1st and 10. Long snap count, and now Beavers off the left side. Big gain. First down and more.
Taken down by number 7, Noah Carpenter.
So a 13-yard gain and a first down, and we saw this offense this offense for Chatham Central can run the football.
Oh yeah, with Beavers.
He's a senior running back. I don't have any height or weight measurement on our roster, but he's a big kid. This time he hits the line hard and runs right into 3 defenders. I'll give him a couple though.
Beavers again on the carry. Gain of 2, second down, 8.
2nd down and 8 now. Clock continuing to run 4:51. Two wide receivers, one to the either side of the field now. 2nd and 8. Beavers off the left side. Almost turned the corner. Good job that time by number 9, Tavian McKinney.
He'll bring up 3rd down.
Bowers tried to turn it, but he just ran out of real estate. But he did get 3 yards on the way to bring up a shorter 3rd down, 3rd and about 5. Sizable crowd on hand tonight here at South Stanley.
Oh yeah, I was panning the crowd a little bit earlier. It's like for homecoming, they have a lot of supporters here.
Play action pass, looking for a man, incomplete, picked off, right in the hands of Deshaun Holt at the 35, and look out, 50, 45, he's got about 2 men to beat, he gets whipped down hard at the 38. Just look what I found. Just put his hands up and look what I found. Yeah. And he had a lot of real estate in front of him. Takes it down to the Bears 38. So we change possession with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. No score here in the opening quarter. And South Stanley, once again, has really been winning the field position battle.
Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
3 backs this time on 1st and 10. It'll be Morris. He dropped the ball momentarily, but got it back. I'll give him 4 to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Daniel Gonzalez on the stop.
Yeah, definitely Morris is becoming their go-to guy here. I mean, he can pick up 4 or 5 yards without even breathing hard.
He has 24 yards already on 7 carries.
And we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And here's number 8. Got a couple blocks in front of him. First down and more. Look out. He may go.
And I think he will.
Touchdown, South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls. Good patient run that time right behind his blockers. Oh. The cannon just made us both jump, and the Bulls are on the board. A 34-yard touchdown run for Jawan Morris, the 5'7", 155-pound sophomore. And it's 6-0 pending the point after. And that's what that's the danger of South Stanley's speed and their ability when they get to the outside. If they have enough time and enough room,
They
can make.
They capitalized on it, and we have a flag.
I think there might have been some movement on the right side of the line. I didn't decide whether it was drawn off sides or it came offside, and it was going to be an encroachment against.
That'll bring the Rowdy Rebel Bulls up a little bit closer for this extra point.
First penalty of the game against Chatham Central. They'll decline the penalty.
And let's try this again.
Dead ball foul, they re-kick.
Maxton is the holder. Kick is up, and it's good. 2 minutes, 50 seconds, 6 seconds left. That's easy for me to say. Opening quarter. South Stanley 7, Chatham Central. We'll be right back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Jawan Morris with a 34-yard touchdown run, and it's 7-0 in favor of South Stanley. South Stanley was winning the field position battle, and the Bears were keeping them contained, but then finally a run to the outside, got some room, and this kickoff goes out of bounds and will come out to the 35. For South Stanley, only a 2-yard, it was a 2-play, 38-yard scoring drive. Took about 45 seconds or less. Chatham has a first down in this game, but has not really moved the football particularly. The passing game has been just a hair off here or there. If that ever gets on comes together.
Yeah, if they get their timing right, man, this could be a different ball game there.
Beavers off the left side, and he is crushed by Noah Carpenter.
And I think South Stanley's saying they got the ball.
They come loose, and they did recover.
Did you see who recovered that?
I did not see who got the recovery.
Ball spotted about the 32-yard line. South Stanley, first down.
It was such a pack down there, I couldn't tell.
Several came up with it.
And the Bulls are on the march again.
2 minutes, 47 seconds left. Turnovers is something that Chatham Central coach Bob Pegram talked about us early on, and they've already got 2 turnovers. There's Morris to the left side, and then it goes flying out of bounds around the 29. And there's another penalty marker down.
Let's check that penalty. I think they're waving it off.
No, it's going to be illegal block at the back against South Stanley.
Back against South Stanley.
This one will be a really damaging penalty. It was from the spot of the way. I thought it was when he walked to the 49. I was I thought it's the 44. Still waiting. Now we finally another spot foul and makes it first at about 22. When he was standing at the 49-yard line, I thought it looked like he was marking off a 15-yard penalty.
I'm sorry, Charles. The band was playing so loud I couldn't really hear you.
First and 22. Morris off the left side. Almost did break it. Beavers with a good tackle right at the 38. Gain of about 6.
Yeah, picked up some of those yards back.
Going to be second down at about 16. Clock running with 2:15 left. Opening quarter. 7-0 South Stanley over Chatham Central.
Second down, about 16. Make it 15.
Brian Schenkel dry, the receiver to the near side. Dallas Starnes to the far side. And before the snap, I think we have another delay of game. And we do.
Penalties starting to build up on the Rebel Bulls here.
So it negates basically negates most of the run that number 1 Jawan Morris just had. And it brings up second down now at about 20. Going to toss it to Morris this time. He'll cut up the middle.
He's got a seam.
Add some blockers. A nice gain down of about 12 yards. Still going to be third and a lengthable third down.
I tell you, Morris is becoming a one-man wrecking ball here.
Clock running now, exactly 1 minute left. Opening quarter. Bulls leading the Bears. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now. 4 wide receivers this time. One back in the backfield is Morris. Gordon looking to pass. Waiting for something to open it up. And ran it. Now he's going to try to run with the football. But he's not. He's going to come up a few yards short, and there's a player down at the 25 as well.
Oh, did you see that Morris threw in a big-time block for his quarterback there?
Certainly did. Bring up 4th down and 3.
And
It almost looked like he was grabbing his collarbone. He was like clutching at his chest. I didn't catch the number.
I can't see from this angle.
And I think Jawan Morris, he just now got up from off of one knee. I think the impact between the two of them was significant. Let's take a quick timeout, Brian, and we'll be back with more on Stanley County Monday Night Football. So the injured player is number 28, Josh Williams, walking up under his own power. May have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. Hope that's all it is for that young man. As he took an absolute wallop.
Massive hit.
Gets a nice hand from the South Stanley faithful. And South's going to go for it on 4th down and 3. 28.2 seconds now. The clock will run. The clock will stop the... well, the referee is waving for the clock to start, but it hasn't started yet.
And here we go.
And now it does. Little misdirection this time. It's going to be Z. Bailey. Bailey trying to turn the corner. He is, oh, what a collision. But he is going to be short of the first down. I don't think he got it. What a collision that Bailey got into. He just put his shoulders down, and that was pad hitting pad right there. They're holding their mark at the 23, but it should be, I think it's short by at least a good yard. And now they are marking it as such. And the Bears will get the ball back with exactly 8.0 on the clock. 8 seconds left. Time enough for one more play in this opening quarter. Bears offense trying to find some rhythm. 2 turnovers have not helped.
I tell you, if they can connect on their passing game,
Beavers just ran into his own man and a blocker, and just a massive collision there. Gain of maybe a yard. And that's going to bring to the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with more on Stanley County Monday Night Football with the score. South Stanley 7, Chatham Central nothing. This is Stanley County Monday Night Football. We're back for the second quarter on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio alongside Brian Carter. Carter Video Services. Chatham Central going to throw 2nd down and 7, and the pass is at the feet of number 28, Josh Williams. Incomplete to bring up 3rd down. Quick first quarter stats, 105 net yards rushing for South on 14 carries. Jawan Morris has 10 carries for 75 net yards.
Wow, he's having a heck of a night so far.
Neither team has thrown the ball particularly well. And we'll check a few more stats after this 3rd down and 9 play for Chatham Central. Looking to throw, he's got single coverage and it's popped in the air once again. A nice defensive play that time by Torrey Colson. Got to be,
he had his mitts on it.
and you have to be very careful there because that's one of those timing patterns again that if you jump it too quickly, you're going to get a pass interference call. But the timing seemed just right. And now Chatham in punting formation once again, and I don't think a fake is forthcoming this time. Deshaun Holt.
Well,
and they are going to fake it once again. Little is trying to, and he will go down to the 29.
Not sure if that's such a wise decision, especially that part of the field.
Well, change of possession with 11 minutes, 41 seconds. And like you say, Brian, once again against South, excellent field position. You just, you run it one time to be interesting, but I don't know that you want to try to do that again. Now, Jawan Morris, look out, he's got room to run. He's going to go. See you later. Touchdown. South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls.
Wait for the cannon.
There it is. A 30-yard touchdown run for Jawan Morris.
His number's
untouched.
Off the chart tonight.
A 9-second scoring drive. And the Bulls are up now 13-0, pending the point after. And it looks like they might be going for 2. They are indeed going for 2 points. Eli Blake is on the sideline.
All right. Interesting.
It's Morris straight up the middle. Not even touched.
Untouched.
So with 11:32 left into the second quarter, it's now South Stanley 15, Chatham Central nothing. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
We're going to have an extra game on.
So Morris with a 30-yard touchdown run and the 2-point conversion.
I think somebody's vying for player of the.
Player of the yes.
He's making a good case for it.
Before the kickoff, we have a penalty, and I believe South Stanley might have been offsides.
So we have to do this over. Back in at 5.
And again, you have to kind of wonder just a little bit about not trying to play a field position game.
Well, I mean, Chatham Central is just they put them in perfect, South Stanley in perfect position to score.
From the 35-yard line.
Yeah, by trying that.
Well, they're trying to break something. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
they're trying to do. They're
it's
trying
not
to
working.
break
It's not
something
working.
free and trying to catch South Stanley in a bad
Flat-footed.
formation in a flat-footed, and it really didn't work the first time, and it certainly didn't work that time. We may have a new kicker. Blake may be hurt. 49 is now kicking. Jacob Eford, the punter.
Short kick.
And over in kick taken at the 25 by number 25, Philip Baird. Baird trying to find some room, and whoa, boy, does he get hit hard at the 34.
Yeah, Tavon McKinney first on the spot with the tackle.
So the Bears with first and 10 now at the 34, trailing 15-0, 37 seconds into this second quarter. Double tight end set this time. Actually, more like a wing back set. It'll be Beavers, and once again, good penetration by South Stanley.
Looks like he lost a couple of yards.
Jake Johnson that time.
That was Jake Johnson on the stop for South Stanley. Gave about a half a yard. Still
Actually, they're going to give him a yard to the 35. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw, and it's incomplete. There was contact between two receivers out in the flat. Between, 44 and one of the South players. It's one of those situations where it could be called, of course, you're allowed within the first 5 yards to chuck the receiver, hit him once, but then you have to let him go. And any contact after that can be deemed illegal. But it brings up now 3rd down and 9. Chatham Central through the air, only 1 of 7 for 4 yards. South Stanley has not completed a pass, looking to pass once again. This time it is complete. It's going to be short of the first down.
It's number 87.
Matt Shaw comes up with the catch.
Little pass complete, I believe, to number 81, Shelton.
Is that their first completion, Trent?
That is their second completion of the game.
Down at about 3.
That brings up 4th down and 3.
I say you kick it away.
Well, 4th and 3 is convertible, but you're surrendering so much field position if you don't kick it here.
Yeah. And the Bulls have been able to capitalize on that every time. But they are going for it.
Gonna be a fake looking for him. Oh, and it's gonna be picked off by Horton at the 46, and he's got a pick 6. See you. Bye-bye. Touchdown. South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls.
I think we're going to be hearing that cannon a lot tonight.
Well, I heard several South Stanley fans complaining about a holding call. And I think they'll much rather take a pick 6 than a holding call in that case.
Yeah, I think we'll decline that.
Well, the play was kind of slow developing, and what they were trying to do is get a rollout for their quarterback. They had, I think it was 28 Williams again. They had him on a little curl pattern, but they took too long. And then once he was covered, Maxton Horton was playing safety, and he just jumped the route, and then it was just easy from there. Going to be Pressler this time. Got a great block in front of him, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Oh, easily. And our score now with 9:53 left in the second quarter is South Stanley 23, Chatham Central nothing. We'll be right back.
South Stanley 20.
So Maxton Horton with a 46-yard interception return.
And number 25 takes it on the run.
And it's 23-0. And the ball is loose again.
25.
And I think they got it back.
Scenario Bailey on the stop.
No,
Well, 41 is coming up with it, but I believe Logan Mize, 42, actually recovered it.
I'll tell you, it's not going well for the Bears right at this point.
Certainly having some problems at this point. First and 10 now from the 24. The fullback this time, 44 Garner, gets about 3 yards.
Even 5, second down 5.
He gets about 5 yards. They'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Clock continuing to run, 9:15 left second quarter. 23-0 South Stanley over Chatham Central, and the play clock's about to run out, and I believe Chatham just called timeout.
Timeout on the field. Timeout.
And they did. We'll take one as well. 9:01 left, second quarter. South Stanley leads Chatham Central 23-0. Second and 5 now for the Bears at the 30-yard line. 9 minutes left in this first half. Little motion this time. Long snap count. Beavers off the right side. He's going to be close to a first down. He may be just short.
Looks like he's going to be short.
Chatham Central, first down.
No, he got the first down.
No, they'll give him a first down. It was closer than I thought from originally where it looked like he went down, but then the spot looked much better for the Bears. The fullback this time for about 3 or 4, still chugging.
Keeping him legs going.
4 guys trying to tackle him.
Gain about 5 yards.
A little jawing after the play there.
Carry 44. Second down, 5.
And so let's keep it clean, guys.
Well, the Bears can ill afford to be down much in this game, because their offense is really built on long, sustained drives.
I haven't been able to do that yet in this game.
Clock running now with 8 minutes left. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field this time. Little under center. And it's going to be Beavers. Off the right side, he's got a first down and more. Down to the 46.
Gary crosses the 45-yard line to the 46. Got a simple first down.
You know, it's like most teams, Brian, that run the football, that, really make their living on running. You have to get positive yards each time. If you can get 3 and 4 yards a carry, there's no reason to try to throw the football. There's no reason to. You want to have that there if you need it.
No, it looks like they're getting into that rhythm right now.
First and 10 for the Bears now. 7:30 left in the second quarter. The Bears trailing the Bulls 23-0. And this time, oh, wow, his Beavers get absolutely crushed. Yarborough was in there, and Colby Morton.
He laid him out.
Thomas Yarborough
Along with Thomas Yarborough.
laid the lumber to him, as it were.
Second down, 13.
A loss of 3 will bring up second down and 13. I formation this time, split wide receivers. Let me play action, and he's in trouble and goes down. He just rolled right into the arms of Nathan Forrest.
52, Nathan Forrest on the sack.
Big loss on that play.
Well, it was a rollout, and he's been rolling to his left a couple of times. This time, though, when he rolled, he just went right into the arms of the defender. And it did his best to try to avoid him, but then it was really not much he could do at that point. Now it brings up third down and 22, yeah.
Who does the bell toll? It tolls for thee.
A wingback position this time. Looking to throw again. Looking for it all. He's got a man there, but there's some contact between receiver and number 2, Z. Bailey. I think
that was incidental.
I think the coaching staff was, and several Chatham Central fans on the other side were asking for some laundry on the field. None forthcoming.
It'll bring up fourth down.
And are they going to kick it away this time?
They're 2 of 10 through the air for 10 yards, and they only have 35 yards on 14 carries. And this time they will punt the football. A very low kick. Going to be picked. Oh, fumbled on the play. A long fumble. Oh, Chatham Central may have this one. Oh, it just did get back in the hands of a South player.
Very lucky.
That was a dangerous, dangerous play. It's punted to the South 35, and then
Well, that would have been very advantageous for the Bears.
he actually fumbled it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been.
Kids out there at their own 43-yard line.
So 5:44 left in the first half. South Stanley leading 23-0. Have done a good job defensively and have taken advantage of it. Took advantage of one turnover. Now Holt on the carry.
Off the hole to the left side.
Oh, he gets hit hard. He got turned around and knocked. He was spinning around like a top there for a minute.
Well, he picked up about 5 yards.
He got 6 yards, but he paid the price for it, definitely. Going to bring up second down and 4.
No, second down and 4 after getting 8 yards.
Clock running now, 5:05 left, first half. 23-0 in favor of South Stanley. 4 wide receivers this time for Horton. Little pressure this time, has to roll to his right. Now he's under big pressure, avoids 3 tacklers, and he's going to get yards out of it. He's got a first down. He's got even more. Still on his feet, changes fields once again. Look out, 25, 20, 15, trying to turn a corner, 10, 5, and he just falls at the end at the 1-yard line.
Did not quite.
What
hit the
a
bottom.
play by Maxton Horton. Yeah, but there's a South Stanley player down at the 40-yard line.
Did you see him turn parallel, start running toward us, and then cut back?
He changed fields twice.
And it was,
Block in the back.
And the whole thing's coming back on a block in the back on a flag sitting at the 40.
Horton was leaning over. I imagine he's pretty worn out after that run.
I would think definitely. To the disgust of the South Stanley coaching staff. And it looks like maybe Z. Bailey that's down. The ball will be marked back to the 30-yard line.
Well, they're taking a good close look at him.
So what would have been first and goal at the 1 instead becomes second and about 20.
Number 2.
Looks like Bailey will be coming up under his own power. Good to see that for that young man.
He definitely got shaken up.
South Stanley now 16 carries, 141 yards, 8.8 yards per carry. Morris has 105 yards on 11 carries with 2 touchdowns. They still haven't completed a pass. They're 0 for 4 through the air. Then on the other side, Caleb Beavers, 9 carries, 20 yards. As a team, Chatham Central, 14 carries, 35 yards.
Scores from around the county.
And 2 for 10 through the air for 10 yards.
Into the first half. First quarter, they West Montgomery 28, North Stanley 9.
So make it second down, and it's actually going to be about 23.
Second down is 23.
Ball resting at the 30-yard line. They got to get to the Chatham Central 47 with 4:28 left. Horton looking to throw. Swings it out to Bailey, complete. 30, what a crackback block. He got that ball. He's starting to juggle the ball too, but he hung on to it. A gain of about 8 yards.
Ball down at the 38-yard line. Bring up third down, 15.
And it should be third and about 15 now. South has all 3 of their timeouts at their disposal. Chatham Central has 2 timeouts left in this first half. Fakes one way, looks another, avoids pressure, and will go down as a sack possibly, depending on where they mark it. Looks like they'll mark it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it went down the arms of Mr. 63 there.
So he avoids the sack by getting a gain of about a half yard, but it does bring up a punting situation for Eford to punt. Philip Baird sitting deep at about the 25-yard line. Little Australian rules style kick and a beautiful kick. Gonna take a big South Stanley bounce and roll dead at the 17-yard line. Beautiful punt.
Oh, yes.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
Second down and 3.
A gain of 7 on the play. We missed that one. Down to the 25. Actually, a gain of about 8 will bring up second down and 2. Clock running, 2:17 left in this first half. Chatham has 2 timeouts left. We'll see how aggressively they play it.
Probably hand it off to Beavers, see what he can do with it.
Penalty marker comes in. Beavers is down immediately. Colby Morton with the contact. Let's see what the penalty flag is. I didn't see. It's an illegal shift against against Chatham Central.
And let's put some deeper in the hole.
Make it second down at about 8. Clock stop with 1:52 left. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have the homecoming festivities as part of our halftime show.
Let's see how aggressive the Bears get right here.
Going to be a toss sweep this time to Beavers. Got a blocker in front of him. Only gets about a couple of yards.
Maybe the 23-yard line. I'll bring up third down and long with 1:15 left to go.
Be third down at about 5. Chatham really not in much of a hurry here.
I think they want to make sure they just don't turn the ball over and give South Stanley another chance to score.
Well, I'm South Stanley. I don't know if I might not call a timeout if they stop them on this play.
I think you might.
Timeout on the field. Timeout.
Chatham Central calls timeout. We'll take one with 45.8 seconds left.
45 seconds remaining.
South Stanley leading 23-0. So Chatham Central with 1 timeout left, facing third and 5 with 45 seconds left, trailing 23-0. There's a huge gap between 2 of the offensive linemen. Like they're lined up almost like half a yard apart. Swing pass this time is complete to the outside. Good play on the outside by Deshaun Holt.
Nowhere to run.
No game on the play. Got a timeout on the field.
And now South, I bet you, has called timeout.
Fourth down.
And I believe you're correct.
The pass was complete to 28, Josh Williams.
Timeout. South Stanley, their first timeout.
But actually lost a yard. Didn't even gain a yard. No gain on the play. We'll take another quick timeout, and we'll be right back. So Chatham Central in punting formation, fourth, and I say in formation because we've seen him run a fake twice.
Exactly. So you don't know what the Bears are going to do right here.
2 men deep. We'll punt the football away. It's angled and takes a big bounce and will roll dead at the 34 with about 25 seconds left.
What do you think here, Charles? You think play it safe, run the ball, or maybe take a shot downfield?
You have, obviously you have a couple of options here, but you have 2 timeouts left. The one thing you don't want to do is to have some sort of a turnover where you're at on the field. If you're going to have it, you don't ever want to have a turnover, but if you're going to do it, you might as well take a shot downfield.
I mean, they have a comfortable lead, but that would definitely not be the way you want to go into.
They also have a wide open receiver, Deshaun Holt in the slot. Now finally gets covered. He was wide open for about half a second
They're
there.
going to take a shot.
And the pass is complete. No.
Oh, just couldn't hold on to it.
I think it was over the wrong shoulder. He had to try to correct. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of being over the left or the right of the left, I'm not sure which. It's incomplete to bring up second down and 10. There was a little confusion on the near side about one of the players' routes, but nonetheless, had a man open. I don't see anything wrong with South Stanley taking another shot. They have 17.9 seconds left, and they can stop the clock. So the clock will stop to move the chains anyway, but
yeah, so they can get a couple more shots in here.
5 wide receivers this time.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Looking over the middle, it's incomplete. Intended for intended for Z. Bailey.
They're definitely not playing conservative.
You wonder, though, if they might try to put something on the ground here. If they get a big gain, they might call a timeout. And if they don't, they could just run out the first half clock and go into the locker room. Horton now 1 for 7 in the game for just 8 yards.
I mean, Morris has really been running great tonight. Go ahead and give it to him, let him take a run, and call a timeout. Well, they're going in the air.
Looking for, this time it was behind him and it broke it up.
The number 36.
And Daniel Gonzalez from his linebacker position broke it up.
Daniel Gonzalez on the discovery. 4th down.
And now he brings up an odd situation with 7.5 seconds left. You just have to try to punt, but you want to get this punt away. And if you're Chatham Central, you're not going to lose anything. They're going to try to return this one, but you really wouldn't lose anything, Brian, if you decided you wanted to try to, really get a block on this one. Bringing a little outside pressure. Almost blocked. Gets the punt away. And that will do it for this first half. Your final threat for 1 half, if that's possible. South Stanley 23, Chatham Central. We'll be back with the halftime activities on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
Skills USA. She is a member of the Book Club and Skills USA. Escorting Kayla tonight is her brother, Ralph Thomas Callahan III. Jules Cohen. Jules is representing the National Honor Society. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, the Science National Honor Society, and the Awareness Club. Jules plans to attend a 4-year university next Ashlyn Murphy.
They don't win them no more.
We are back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio from the San Luis Press and Mr. Brian Carter of Carter Video Services.
Yeah, it looks like we got a good one here. The Rowdy Rebel Bulls are taking control of this game, 23-0. Been very impressed with the Jaquan Morris, number 1, running back for South Stanley. I mean, he's having a heck of a game. If you got some stats there.
I do. I have 11 carries for 105 net yards for Jaquan Morris. As a team for South Stanley, 17 carries, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Morris has both of those touchdowns. And then for Chatham Central, 16 carries, 46 net yards. Caleb Beavers, 11 carries, 31. Through the air, just 3 of 11 for 10 yards and 2 interceptions, and one of those was a pick 6. As we were getting started. While we have 2 seconds, we'll break down the quick scoring summary. With 2:56 left opening quarter, Jaquan Morris with a 34-yard touchdown run, and Eli Blake's extra point was good. And then South Stanley, Jaquan Morris, once again for 30 yards on after stopping Chatham Central on a fake punt, rather. And then Morris then ran in the 2-point conversion to make it 15-0 with 11:32 left second quarter. 2 minutes later was Hunter Little throwing across the middle, and then Maxton intercepting it at the Bears 46 and returning that for a touchdown. And that's the scoring summary for tonight's game.
And looks like we're ready to get the second half kicked off here.
South Stanley will be kicking off to Chatham Central. Number 12, Trey Edwards, is deep for the Bears.
Yeah, you have to tell the folks a little bit later who our homecoming queen was.
That was one of the members of the softball team.
Here we go.
Ashlyn Murphy. Congratulations to her. Kickoff going to be taken to the 18, 25, 30. He's got room to run. He may go. He's got one man to try to beat. Colson is trying to catch him, and he does, and he saves a touchdown at the 12.
Oh, what a run by Colson.
What a terrific play by number 25, Philip Baird. Picked up the ball at around the 25-yard line, and he got through the first line of defense. And then it was just one man to beat.
Breathing some life into these Bears early in the second half. That's exactly the shot in the arm they needed, Charles.
The Bears needed a big play, and they got one on special teams. And we have seen over the 15 years that we've been doing this, how many times a big play on special teams can sort of make a difference in a game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this can definitely turn the momentum around.
First and 10 now for the Bears at the Bulls 13. Going to be Beavers off the left side. He's got a block in front of him. End zone touchdown. Terrific, but really what made that play was the block by the wide receiver on the end.
Oh, that made all the difference in the world. But that's exactly what the Bears need, a fast start, and you can't get much faster than that.
Chatham Central gets on the board. Hunter Little is the kicker, going for the extra point. They don't need a 2-point conversion yet, but at some point they're going to have to start going for 2. Snaps a little low. The kick is up, and it is no good. Too much pressure coming in, and
you're right, Charles.
That's kind of a critical point there that we'll talk about as we come back from the break with the score: South Stanley 23, Chatham Central 6. So the long kickoff return for the Bears, setting up Caleb Beavers for a 13-yard touchdown run. 11:41 left, third quarter. It's now South Stanley leading 23-6.
Little be kicking off.
And Little with a short kickoff. Brian Schenkel drive.
Brian Schenkel drive covers it.
Well, covered at the 40-yard line.
South Stanley.
Not sure if they were looking for an onside kick or just trying a pooch kick there. Nonetheless, the Bulls have good field position. And what we were talking about just before that break, Brian, is that missing the extra point really hurts Chatham Central in the sense that they have to, they still need 3 scores now. Had they gone for 2 and made it.
And like I said, we're talking, they had the momentum.
And now, look out, here he goes. Bye-bye. Touchdown, South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls. That's Jawan Morris from 60 yards out. No flags on the field. The cannon has gone off.
Oh, his stats are going off.
And any momentum that Chatham Central had may have just gotten
washed away, right there.
Thrown out the proverbial window. As it's now 29-6. South Stanley going for 2 again. Going to swing it to Moore, so he tries to have to cut up the middle, and this time he's not going to make it. Good play by the defense of Chatham Central. But with 11 minutes, 30 seconds left, third quarter, South Stanley 29, Chatham Central 6. We'll be right back.
South Stanley 29.
So Morris answers the Bears touchdown with one of his own.
I can't wait to hear his stats.
As soon as my computer decides to update, we'll get those to you. The kickoff now just rolls. And now it could be another big return. He was about 1 or 2 blocks away from really breaking. He had another lane that time, and that was number 12, Trey Edwards.
Up to the 39-yard line will be first and 10. Chatham Central.
Now let's see if Chatham Central can get another drive going and answer the Rowdy Rebel Bulls touchdown.
Jawan Morris now, 12 carries, 165 yards. Oh, fumble on the play, and it's recovered by South easily.
South Stanley recovered.
Noah Carpenter, Johnny on the spot. Didn't look like I don't think they ever had the exchange.
Spot ball at 37-yard line. First down, South Stanley.
And just an easy play for Carpenter to fall on it. And with 11:19 left to go, the Bulls are in shape once again. And another great field position. And it's just like what Chatham coach told us before, turnovers is what's been killing them this season. And once again, there's another one.
Yes, Michael Pressler.
Gets about 2 to bring up second down and 8. Just because something is a cliche, Brian, doesn't mean it's not true. And in the case of turnovers, it's just turnovers have that kind of effect. Second down and 7 now, we'll say. It's Morris. Got some blocks on the left side. Look out.
Through the left side.
He's around the corner.
The 5.
And he's in. Touchdown, South Stanley. Rowdy Rebel Bulls. A 24-yard touchdown run, his fourth of the game.
Wow, he's having a
Make that 34 yards.
Morris is having an outstanding game.
He certainly has.
I mean, we don't want to give away anything right yet. We still have another quarter play, but he's making a pretty good game for a player.
I don't think it's giving it away when you go out and earn it that much.
Yeah.
35-6 now. Pass to the far sidelines, complete to number 17, Morton, for the 2-point conversion.
The number 17,
I tell you, they're going to run out of gunpowder over there at the cannon.
37-6, South Stanley over Chatham Central. 10:37 left in the third. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. We're only a minute and a half into our third quarter, and we've already had 3 touchdowns in the game. South Stanley with a commanding 37-6 lead. End over end kick going to be taken at the 25 once again. 30, 35. And this time a nice big tackle by Deshaun Holt.
First and 10, Chatham Central is about their own 37-yard line. Kicking tee on the field.
Ball been marked at the 37 for the Bears. First and 10 now for the Bears at the 38. Beavers, oh, mercy did he get a huge hit that time, and I believe it was Yarborough.
Give about 2 yards on.
I don't know if you got that on camera, Brian, but I was watching in my binoculars, and it just was like irresistible force beating the immovable object. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Little rolls out. He's got a man complete at the 46. Going to be about 2 yards short. Nice catch by number 87, the junior, Matt Shaw. They'll actually mark it at the 45. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. We don't want to necessarily, we have a lot of football left in this game, but next week we have a matchup of titanic proportions in this county. And we're going to get to talking to it eventually, but I just happened to think about it. I'll let you think about what I may or may not be talking about. Most of you will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Take an educated guess.
3rd and 2 now. Give it to the fullback. He's hit immediately. Good job by South Stanley. Carpenter hit him immediately. Or rather, I'm sorry, Cody Carpenter, 57, hit him. And then Noah Carpenter and several others finished him off. No gain on the play to bring up 4th down and 2.
Needless to say, I think they're going for it.
And I think that's, if they're going to go for it when there was no score in the game, I would venture a guess they're going to go now. So 4th down and about 2. Gonna pass. Little is running out of room, and it's incomplete.
So South Stanley to take over on downs here.
First and 10, South Stanley.
With 8 minutes and 21 seconds left. Kind of odd that you would choose to throw when you've been running the football fairly effectively.
Yeah, they only need like 2.
They only needed 2 yards, but
just give it to Beaver.
Nonetheless,
Leave it to Beaver.
Leave it to Beavers. Yeah. I'm surprised you hadn't made that joke before now.
It just came to me.
It just came to me. Okay. South Stanley leading 37-6, 8:21 left, third quarter.
I think we have
And I think we have
number 88 moved prematurely.
Encroachment. Against Chatham Central. We'll make the first five.
haven't had a lot of penalties in this game.
No, we haven't had an exuberant amount of penalties in this game. It's been, as a matter of fact, I'm sure you'll tell me later how many penalties we have.
Well, in the first half, 1 penalty, 5 yards against Chatham, 6 penalties, 56 against South. That's only the second penalty of the game against Chatham.
Just short of the
It's number 31, Michael Pressler on the carry. Going to give him about
second down and about a half a yard.
4.
About half yard to go.
I think up 2nd and 1. If this result should stay the way it is, South Stanley improves to 3-5 overall. And there's a log jam of about 3 or 4 teams, Albemarle, North, and South, that are all in that 500 range as far as like 2-2, 3-2, things like that. Pressler now, he got hit hard in the legs, but he gets the first down at the 31.
Carry just for about 5 yards. That's the South Stanley. First down.
He got hit hard by Caleb Beavers.
And with West Montgomery up as much as they are tonight so far that we last heard against North, if that result stays the way it is, I'll tell you, the last week of the season is going to be an interesting Yadkin Valley Conference game. It's always interesting when East and West Montgomery play, but I'm trying to remember the last time that they played with a conference title on the line.
Wow.
First and 10 for the Bulls now from the Bears 32 with 7:16 left, leading 37-6. Got a toss sweep this time to Morris. Got a couple of blocks in front of him. He's going to run out of room, maybe just a couple of yards short of the first down. They'll mark him at the 23. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
Looks like a gain of about 8 yards, 2nd down.
Morris close to that 200-yard mark. With that run, I believe he went over it. Yes, he did. 14 carries, 207 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Second down and 2. A little motion this time. Going to be Pressler. Pressler with a big gain. Had a huge hole up the middle. What a job by the front 5.
Pile ahead.
And it's going to be down around the...
First down.
And now Chatham Central is going to call timeout. And we'll take one with 6:29 left, third quarter, with South Stanley leading the Bears 37-6. First and 10 for the Bulls now at the Bear 12-yard line. Going to be Z. Bailey, cuts inside, trying to turn to the corner. He does get outside momentarily and gets pushed out of bounds. And then a little extra shot as he was running out of bounds. Marked at the 8-yard line, a gain of 4, bring up 2nd down and 6. The mark that South Stanley needs to get to start the clock running continuously would be 42 points, and right now it's 31, so they would need to score 2 more touchdowns, and they're threatening right now to get one of those. Little motion this time, and now Morris straight up the middle and just absolutely untouched for a touchdown. South Stanley, Rowdy Rebel Bulls, number 5.
Wow.
Having an absolutely huge night.
I mean, between Horton and Morris, they've made a great team tonight.
Definitely, but you have to give a lot of credit to the front 5 of South Stanley because they have just, not only have they been able to block well on the outside, but then between the tackles they've been blocking well also.
Giving them a clear lane.
Now going for 2 once again without using Eli as a place carrier. He must be injured. We have not got any word on it. Z. Bailey, little toss to the outside, is not going to make it. Nonetheless, though, South Stanley with 6:17 left, third quarter, leading Chatham Central 43-6. And before I cut the break, we have a flag. So it's against Chatham Central. Interesting.
Let's see, before or after the play?
Got a halftime score. West Montgomery 35, North Stanley 9.
believe it was before. I didn't see what the call was.
Looks like South Stanley's lining up again.
Well, they're going to get another shot at it because it's half the distance. Never did see what the signal was. But nonetheless, South will go for 2 once again.
And let's give that another try.
A little discussion here between our officials.
And taking an awful lot of time.
Morris now with 215 yards on 15 carries. He's averaging 14.3 yards per carry. You know, it's funny, and I was thinking about this. You know, he has a lot of yards, but he probably would have had a lot more if Chatham would have punted. You know, and in that sense, he wouldn't get the yards that he got. But nonetheless, you know, 5 touchdowns in one game.
Starts his weekend off right.
And now the referee is coming down to speak to Coach Froge about something.
An awful lot of discussion here, Charles.
You know, yeah.
Well, let's line up and try this again. We still have no action on the field here.
As part of my multitasking, doing 4 different things here, I thought that something was about to happen, so I've been trying to work on a few other things here. And
you've had plenty of time.
I've had plenty of time to do it, absolutely.
And there's still discussion. Just stay with us, folks. We'll get this sorted out.
Beautiful night here at South Stanley. And
oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, you have to
getting that chill in the air. You know, I wish I would have brought my coat.
Absolutely, I told you.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Theoretically.
And here we go.
And now here we go. Looking at pass near sideline through the hands of number 6, Dallas Starnes. So we're 6:17 left in the third. South Stanley leads Chatham Central 43-6. So South Stanley in command 43-6 over Chatham Central. Jacob Eford, the sophomore, to kick off. Nice high end over end kick. Going to be taken to the 12-yard line. 20, and look out. He's got one man to beat. Tries on the corner, but does not. Is denied by Z. Bailey on a great tackle.
25 on the return, Philip Bears. Scenario Bailey on the
Is that Scenario?
It's Scenario. They call him Z for Z for short. Yep. Good kid. Returned out to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, let's see if the Bears can get something started here.
We're on 33-yard line.
The Bears have a lot of size up front, but
definitely.
But now run into it. The two backs run into each other.
That doesn't help your situation.
They'll mark it to the 28, a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and 15. And that's about the only time we've seen Chatham, make some fumbles and things like that, but that's the first time I think I've seen them actually kind of run into each other and not be on the same page, as it were. It's a well-coached ball team. They just, when you have athletes like South Stanley has, and they get the chance to make a difference on the outside of the football field, you can see what happens. And I think they ran out of time on the play clock. That's exactly what happened.
Way a game to go. That'll make it second down and 20.
Let's back him up 5.
Ball now spotted about the 23-yard line.
Little fakes the snap, now going to roll to his right. Looking for a man wide open, and he's complete. First down, it's still going. And, almost. He was one tackle away from breaking it.
Kind of fooled me. I thought he was down.
I thought he was as well, but
Kind of just bounced off of him and got more yardage.
a gain of 19 on the play. Brings up third down and about 2. So Chatham's passing game, has had a few moments of good success. Beavers first down, still going, carrying tacklers.
I'll tell you, Beavers are hard kid to bring down.
Down to the South 42, he absolutely is, Brian.
And he's a little slow getting up. Well, of course, you get mauled by about 4 bulls. You're going to be... Yeah, he's really favoring his left leg.
Gain of 17 yards, and he is, as you say, favoring that leg. Clock continuing to run now. We're under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It's 43-6 in favor of South Stanley. Little to throw once again. Got a one-on-one coverage, leaping catch, and he made it. He just
anybody's ball.
He was just like a rebounder boxing out there. He got his body in the way of it, just went up and caught it. Beautiful play by number 28.
Looks like the passing game's coming together for
Josh Williams. It does indeed. A couple of times on this drive. And now down to the South Stanley 17-yard line. And they're back in the red zone for the second time in this quarter.
Let's see if they stick to that game plan here. The ball's
He fumbled the ball, but he got it back. It bounced. It couldn't have bounced any more perfectly right into his arms. A loss of 2 that'll bring up second down and 12.
Bring up second down, 12.
Wide receivers to 2 wide receivers to the far side this time, 3 wide on second and 12. Quick pass out to the side is complete to number 28, and he is out of bounds after a gain of about 4. That's Josh Williams again.
About the 15-yard line.
They're going to give him about 4 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 8.
We'll bring up third down and 8.
So the short passing game for South has been pretty effective, and then combined with getting yards after contact as well on a couple of those pass plays. South now flips its defense, third and 8.
And we'll see if the South defense can hold them.
Beavers, nice individual tackle that time by number 44, Reese Weicker.
That'll make it fourth down.
Obviously in 4-down territory.
Yeah, there's no No surprise what they're going to do here.
4th down and 6.
They try a short pass play or dump it off to Beavers.
And probably some sort of option play where they could pass or he could tuck the football and run. Straight back is going to just a fly pattern into the end zone, and it's actually picked off, I believe, if he got it inbounds.
I think so.
He did. So it's a turnover, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Nice play by Deshaun Holt.
About the 20-yard line, South Stanley, first down.
It was just a little fly pattern into the end zone. It was just really, you just throw it out there and let your receiver run underneath it, but so with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, the Bulls well in charge here, 43-6. And they get a good defensive stop there inside the red zone. Wide receivers to either side this time. For Horton, little motion. He's going to give to Deshaun Holt. Holt's got a one-on-one matchup, first down and more. Finally, is tackled from behind. He had one player in a one-on-one out there, and the player just kept backing up because I think he was afraid he was going to get past him. And then he just finally, the Bears got another hat to the ball, as they say.
Yeah, and took it out to the 41-yard line.
But not before Holt gets 21 yards. South Stanley now 300 yards, net yards on 27 carries. Getting over 10 yards a carry. Going to be a little give to the motion man, a little jet sweep to Torrey Colson. They may have actually lost a yard on the play. Should bring up 2nd down and 11. It's nice to see all these, all the families here at the game tonight, and so many of them. You know, you see a lot of the old players that played years ago come back to the games and support their younger brothers and cousins and whatnot, and that's what's nice to see. Holt now with another big run. Speaking of somebody who played before, and he is gone. See you later. Touchdown, Deshaun Holt, but there is a penalty marker sitting at the 34, and it's an illegal shift, and the whole thing is coming back.
Oh, Holt looks very discouraged about that. He's not got up yet. So that's okay, son. You'll get another chance.
That's okay. I mean, that was a good. He showed great speed there.
Illegal shift called, so a 5-yard penalty will make second down and 16 from the 35-yard line.
That's twice in this game that South Stanley has had touchdowns taken off the board due to penalties. So it'll be 2nd down and 16 now. Clock stop with 1:29 left, 3rd quarter. South Stanley leading 43-6. Going to toss it to Colson this time. Colson around the left side. Big speed, and he's got a first down into Bear territory.
Well, he would have had clear sailing there. Number 44, Luke Gardner for Chatham Central was able to bring him down.
But not before a 19-yard gain and a first. Clock will continue. Will run now with 1:20 left in this 3rd quarter. Definitely a chill in the air tonight. Wide receivers to either side this time on 1st and 10. With under a minute now. Going to toss it this time to Z. Bailey. Bailey's got some speed. 40, 35, first down. And out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 32. So a 14-yard gain for Z and a first down.
And for South Stanley. First down.
And that'll stop the clock.
You can see
uh,
49 seconds exactly left in the third quarter.
Thank you, sir.
Tremendous effort tonight by South Stanley. They've been able to, and
they've
they've been staying on blocks, is what Coach told us in the pregame show, and he talked to me before in Thursday's paper about it as well. And that is something South Stanley has been doing tonight as well. Going to give it to Pressler. Pressler across the 30.
Inside the 30.
Mark him down at the 29. Gain of 3 will bring him second down and 7. With 30 seconds left, play clock is 4 seconds ahead of the game clock, so South can run one more play before the end of this third period.
Yeah, I think you're going to see him try to slow it down a lot.
Holt now looking for some room, trying to change fields, and he does. 25, 20 got a block in front of him. There's a penalty marker down. He's down around the 11. Let's see what the penalty marker is.
That might be a block in the back.
I believe it is.
And that should back South Stanley back 15. Yeah.
The illegal block in the back against South Stanley. But that brings us to the end of the third quarter with the score, South Stanley 43, Chatham Central 6. We'll be back on Stanley County. We have to have one untimed down. I hate when I'm in the middle of trying to go to break and I get that kind of message.
It's like it was going perfectly. And then,
Well, it was perfectly, but then again it wasn't. Because the illegal block means that there needs to be one untimed down.
We'll replay untimed down. So after the penalty, ball be played on the 38-yard line.
So it's on the 38-yard line. It's second down and 16. This will be one untimed down. Going to give it to Colson. Colson has to avoid a couple, but does not avoid the third man. Right at the 40, a loss of 2 yards.
And that will end our third quarter.
And now, as you say, that's the end of the third quarter.
Cue the music.
As the Bulls are taking care of business after 3 quarters, leading 43-6 over Chatham Central. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. What's your favorite song? So I have to play it at least one time. We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Kersey alongside Mr. Brian Carter of Carter Video Services as the theme the coach plays.
You made my weekend.
Actually, the guy that played Dauber,
Yeah.
I saw him on Heroes.
Bill Fagerbach.
Yeah, Bill.
Fagerbach.
Yeah.
Fagerbach. Yeah.
I saw him on a few episodes of Heroes. I was watching that recently on Netflix.
Glad to see you still working.
Little option play this time, and the pitch is incomplete. Well, it's going to be a fumble recovered by Chatham Central's number 10, Matthew Morgan.
Okay.
Number 10, Matthew Morgan on the recovery. Chatham Central on their own 48-yard line.
Excuse me, so 6 seconds into the second half of this fourth quarter. Where are we? Who am I? Who are you?
I don't know.
Beavers off the left side.
Yeah, doesn't get me.
Runs into the arms of Michael Butler, all 270 pounds of him.
Might have picked up a couple.
They're going to give him 2 yards to the midfield stripe. Will bring up second down and 8. Looking to pass this time. Little over the left side, incomplete.
Threw into double coverage.
Threw over it. Colson really didn't have a shot at it. He was right there with Matthew Morgan, number 10. And it brings up 3rd down and 8. Three wide receivers this time on 3rd down. A little motion. Now resets. And it's going to be straight up the middle. As Beavers for a 1st down and more, down to the 37.
They were trying to strip the ball, but just, Beaver was holding on to it for dear life.
First down, Chatham Central.
Well, Beavers has had a fumble in this game. But he didn't fumble that time. And 1 minute into this 4th quarter, the Bears have a little bit of a drive going here, trailing 43-6. South Stanley all-time against Chatham Central is 15-2 in 17 lifetime meetings. South well on their way to win number 16. Pass, long pass. He's got him in right there on his hands, and he dropped it.
Pass incomplete.
Oh.
Intended for number 10.
Trey Edwards, excuse me, Matthew Morgan. That was perfectly thrown. That was right there. And it was right on his hands.
You know he's hating that.
That had touchdown written all over it.
Nice pass.
A beautiful pass, and it was really right on the money. Clock is stopped with 10:40 left to go in the 4th quarter, 43-6. Beavers again straight up the middle, down to the 38. Or, correction, make that the 33.
Yeah, it looks like Beaver. I mean, he's got the dirtiest uniform of all the Bears.
He absolutely has, and there's a reason for that because of how hard he's been working.
Doing a lot of the work.
Let's see what Mr. Stat says. Mr. Computer Stat says about his efforts tonight. 77 yards on 20 carries. But he has not taken many plays off because he's been out there on defense as well. 3rd and 7 now for Chatham. Gonna be a little play action. Ooh, a little trouble. Got out of it. Looking for a man, and it's caught one-handed. Beautiful catch. And he's out of bounds, and he is thrown out of bounds. And around the 10-yard line. What a catch by 44, Luke Garner.
Yeah, very impressive.
A gain of 22 yards, and once again, Chatham Central is into the red zone. The 3rd time in this 2nd half. Scored the 1st time after a long kickoff return. For their only points of this game so far.
Nope.
Oh, my fault. Where we're sitting up here, the tripod is right next to my left knee.
Very cramped quarters.
So if you occasionally, your picture moves, don't worry, it's not an earthquake. Beavers straight up the middle for about 2. Maybe a yard to bring up 2nd down and a long 9, a short 8, whichever it is. Clock continuing to run, 9:27 remaining here in the 4th quarter. South Stanley leading Chatham Central 43-6. Trying to get this play off quickly, and will. Looking end zone and incomplete, was looking again for Morgan. And that ball may have gotten tipped. I'm not sure, Brian, but did you notice it kind of fluttered when it came out of there?
It did flutter.
So the incomplete pass stops the clock with 9:08 left to go.
I think we have a future drummer for South Stanley up here.
Very nice. Oh, how cute.
That's cute.
3rd down and 9 now. Play clock down to 7. Bears do get it off. Little roll out to the right. Little has got a man complete. 5. He's in for the touchdown. No signal yet, but he was. I thought he was clearly in for a touchdown. They're going to rule him down at the 1 foot line.
Yeah, they're going to. She's short. I mean, right at the 1 foot line.
Well, in my mind, I thought he was already in the end zone when he. Nonetheless, if he didn't get in, that's as close as you can get to the end zone without getting in.
I don't think there's no surprise what they're going to do here.
First and goal.
Oh.
And a quarterback keeper. The ball is out.
Loose.
Still loose, and South Stanley has it. No, it's still going. And Chatham Central gets it back.
Wow. That changed hands like 3 times.
Number 68. I don't have a 68. There's a South Stair player down, and he seems to be in.
We have a South Stanley player down.
In a bad way. What a crazy play that was.
Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, let's take a break and...
We'll be right back. Okay, on Stanley County, Monday Night Football. So we're back after just a brief delay. It was number 33, Jake Green, the 5'11", 200-pound senior, who's coming off under his own power. What a strange play we just saw. Sorry about the tripod. Earthquake again. I'm telling you, my left elbow, I know my left from my right, is right underneath the front side of this tripod. My left knee is right under the other part. So, again, I apologize if I keep hitting that thing. 2nd and goal now from the 15. Chatham lost 14 yards on that fumble-rooski there. Beavers off the left side. Gets a good yardage back. He's still on his feet, and he's in.
This time it will count. And let's see if they go for 2.
It's now 43-12. Pending the point after. And they will go for 2. Again, a fake looking across, and it's going to be picked off.
Intercepted in the end zone, going after attempt failed.
So with 8:08 left, 4th quarter, it's South Stanley 43, Chatham Central 12. We'll be back on Stanley County, Monday Night Football. So South Stanley leading 43-12. Chatham Central gets on the board again on Caleb Beaver's 15-yard touchdown run. 8 minutes left, 8:08 exactly. Let's see if we get a deep kickoff or a short. It's going to be a short kickoff. Colby Morton takes it on the bounce on the 35. I think he wanted to run through the entire team if he had a chance. Noah Carpenter down to the 43.
Return. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. First down, South Stanley.
So we'll see, I think, some of the backups now coming in for South Stanley. Well, they had already gone deep as far as the running backs go. Now having number 20, the freshman Torrey Colson out. And it's going to be Colson. Dodges one tackler and does not dodge the second one. Down to the 47, gain of 4.
47, gain of about 4 yards.
And let's see, everybody has their full complement of timeouts.
Second down, 6.
Yes, everybody has their full complement. I believe Chatham Central called a timeout in the 3rd quarter. I don't believe South has called one. honestly, in a 31-point game, I'm not sure the timeouts are the biggest
I was wondering why you're looking
concern
at
for anybody. But you know, hey,
Well, I just had to
it's
ask.
not.
I had to
It's
ask.
it's not for me to say that you're wrong, but it is. Gonna be 2nd and 7 now for the Bulls. Oh, that snap almost hit the man, and Sutton, and now the, oh, geez. Holt just got bent backwards.
Picks it up.
Horton never had a hold of it.
With yardage back to about 41-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down.
I tell you, the South Stanley Band is really jamming tonight. Playing a little Adele, I believe.
And their pregame, they did the show in pregame, and it was Rocky, I believe. But instead of a flag team, they had some. There was some boxing gloves going on.
I think for such a small band.
It was great stuff. It was very
really
good. Now Colson around the left side. He's got a great lane. Got a first down. Still on his feet. Look at him stay on his feet. One man to beat, and he
is
will.
gone.
Touchdown, South Stanley. Rowdy Rebel Bulls.
How he stayed on his feet, Charles,
I do not know.
That's balance.
And there's the waiting for the cannon to fire, and it finally does. A 59-yard touchdown run for the freshman Colson.
Wow.
With 6 minutes and 21 seconds left.
By all accounts, he should have been down.
He should have been down by far, but then just kept on going. And what a great display of balance.
Yeah, the Karate Kid of the football field.
Yeah. Now going for 2. Horton's going to throw a little lob pass, looking for Schenkel dry, and nice defense that time, knocked away by 28, Josh Williams. So we'll take a break with 6:21 left, 4th quarter. It's South Stanley 49, Chatham Central 12. So the freshman, Torrey Colson, with a 60-yard touchdown run. Two-point conversion failed, and now South Stanley is offsides by about 5 yards. They'll have to start that one over again.
Offside.
The Bulls lead 49-12. Now 6:20.
Well, Charles, the game's not over yet.
But South Stanley's had back-to-back games of big offense. 61 points last week, 49 so far this week, which adds up to 110 points in 2 games.
Wow.
Tough game for South next week. They host West Montgomery, who's now undefeated. They were leading North Stanley big as we're taping this, so assuming that score stays the same, West Montgomery would move to 8-0. And whoa, what a collision. And I think it was Noah Carpenter again. He's been throwing the lumber out there.
Wow.
Baird on the return. Morris and Carpenter on the stop. Ball will be spotted on 37-yard line. 1st down. Chatham.
So next week, I think we can, with a little 6 minutes left, is we can start talking about next week's game. Albemarle North Stanley. I dare say that this one is one that's been looked at since the schedules came out in the spring.
And like I said, if you can't
at
come
North
out to the-
Stanley,
if you can't come out to the game,
we will be
definitely watch it.
broadcasting
on Channel 21, 7 o'clock that following Monday.
Sorry.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's all right. Senor Winches. There's a pass, and almost the same play that they nearly scored on down here. This time, though, just a little out of sync, and it bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a little too far out ahead.
Bring up 2nd down.
Second and 10 now. One wide receiver this time, one lined up in a wings formation. Going to be Beavers off the left side. Not much there.
Maybe a yard at most.
But of course, the long streak dating back to 1993, the last year North Stanley beat Albemarle. Albemarle has beaten them from 1994 all the way through to last season. I think it's in the 20s now, 21, 22, 23. I honestly forget exactly what the number is.
You're kidding me. I never.
No, it is. It's been since 1993 since North Stanley has beaten Albemarle. And of course, we've been there for 14 or 15 of those games, including
They were very close.
some very close, controversial ones.
And off the Beavers, caught inside the 40. Here's the line of scrimmage.
Comet fans, of course, will not appreciate probably me mentioning September 28th, 2007, when the clock did not work and the Bulldogs rallied to win 27-24. But I got engaged that night to the most beautiful woman in the world. So frankly, I have a lot of good memories from that night, personally.
It's on tape somewhere.
It is on tape somewhere. Punting situation. And Little puts his foot into it. It's an end-over-end kick. Starnes will not attempt to return and it'll roll dead at the 28-yard line.
Ball's going to roll dead at the 28-yard line. First down, South Stanley.
4:43. South Stanley putting the finishing touches on their third win of the season and third career win for first-year head coach Brad Froch.
Well, I'll tell you, South Stanley has really put on a show tonight.
They definitely have. They've come in and really found a way to use their speed to their own benefit. But I just again I have to say that the front five don't usually get enough credit in most stat sheets or anything else, but they have done a terrific blocking job.
For Morris, giving him all the time in the world.
Well, not even just Morris, but Pressler as well gets the carry there. The push, and that's what you try to watch as a broadcaster and as a football fan, is you watch which offense, is the offensive line pushing the defense back or vice versa. And that's where the battles of this game are won. You can have the greatest running back of the world, but if you can't stop 7 guys coming after him, he's not going anywhere. Second down and 6 now. It's going to be Z Bailey. Oh, he's just going to run out of bounds. He had 3 Bears right on top of him. He's going to lose about.
Almost ran to the official.
He may actually looks like he's going to lose a couple of yards. They'll mark it back at the 29, so he loses 3. And it also stops the clock with 4:03 left in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 9.
South Stanley has now run the ball 39 times for 384 yards on the ground. Low snap this time. Colson is going to go down for a loss with a fumble on the play, but South will recover it. Nice play by number 55, Joe Medlin.
Covered by number 55, Joe Medlin. Bring up 4th down and long.
They're bringing in the punting
So it'll be
squad.
another punting situation, yes. Jacob Eford. High snap. Short end over end, sort of wobbly kick. It takes a big bounce for the Bears. Only a punt of about 20 yards.
Ball's going to be spotted about the 39-yard line for 7 seconds.
So the Bears will start off on the 39-yard line.
And the Bears have 3 minutes and 4 seconds left to try to put some more points on the board. But of course, next week, Antonio Williams, currently sitting amongst the top 10 of all-time rushing yards in North Carolina. Beavers, someone just had a hold of his, came up with just a hold of jersey, and I think his jersey tore as he was running.
Let's see, check it. Yeah,
showing his determination.
His jersey is definitely torn.
A 9-yard gain, and that should put Beavers over 100 yards. It does. 25 carries, 104 yards. Second at about a half yard. But it'll be Williams and the Noah Crisco and the offense of North Stanley against the Oak Tree defense of the Bulldogs. Beavers has a first down now at the 28.
That's the first down.
Little eye of the tiger there.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually just listening to it for a minute. Beavers now going to be lose some yards this time. Jacob Eford with the tackle.
49, Jacob Eford on the stop.
A loss of 3. Bring a second down and 13. Under 2 minutes left. Post-game show coming up in just a few minutes. We will have our player of the week and 3 guesses who that is, and your first 2 don't count.
Okay, I was about to say, do you have any?
Yes, I have a player of the week, and I think it's not a big mystery as to who it is. And now we have a timeout, Chatham Central. We'll take a timeout and be right back. Second down and 13 now for Chatham Central at the Rebel Bull 33. Little play action, looking to throw, and it is incomplete. It was intended for number 44, Luke Garner.
And that'll stop the clock.
Make a 3rd and 13, clock stop with 1:24 left. Bears have 1 timeout remaining. And of course, on the other side of our matchup next week, you know, the Albemarle offense with A.J. Standbag, Jacoby Emery and company against Mr. Tyler Reynolds, Mr. C.J. Harris and company on the defensive side. That's going to be a terrific atmosphere and a great night of football. And once again, that jersey of Beavers is taking an absolute beating.
It's starting to look like Burt Reynolds in The Longest Yard.
It really is.
If people don't remember that, The Longest Yard, Burt Reynolds. You know.
Yeah, if you don't remember, if you remember Longest Yard, Adam Sandler, no. Go back a little further. Go to see the Burt Reynolds one. It's much better.
Yes.
Very few remakes of movies are better than the first one.
I concur.
4th down and 7. Clock under a minute now. Play action once again. Tried to set the throw, now just throws it up in the air, and it is incomplete, and South will take over. And that should be it. South Stanley could just take a couple of knees here and call this one a night, and have a win on homecoming night.
As the North Stanley band celebrates here on the
South Stanley.
South Stanley, I'm sorry.
You did say North Stanley.
Did I say North Stanley? I'm sorry, South.
Spoken like a true North grad over there.
Sorry, but you got a lot to be happy about tonight.
Yep, South Stanley will improve to their 3rd win of the season now. Go to 3-5 and 3-2 in the conference. South's 1 player short. They may have to call timeout here. The play clock the play clock, they may just
take a penalty.
They may take the penalty, and they will.
And we got delay a game.
And in delay a game in this kind, obviously just delaying the inevitable. Our post-game show coming up in just a few moments. We've got the T-shirt ready. We've got the player selected. 3 guesses who it is. But we will also try to get some of the other players to speak to them as well. And now Horton just trying to run around a little bit, and he loses a couple yards taking a knee there.
With 25 seconds left on the clock, and this contest will be over.
Actually, they don't have to run another play. The way the play clock is set up, it's now, they don't have to run another play in this game. Your final score, South Stanley 49, Chatham Central 12. We'll be back with the postgame show on Stanley County Monday Night Football. We're here on the postgame show on Stanley County Monday Night Football with our player of the week, and it's no surprise who it was, Juwan Morris. 5 touchdowns tonight. Juwan, first, these guys behind you, your offensive line. Talk about your offensive line's efforts and y'all's efforts on offense tonight against Chatham Central.
Well, my offensive line, they did good. They're blocking downfield, and if it wasn't for them, I couldn't get in the end zone. Work, baby. Yeah.
You know, last week you guys scored 61 against South Davidson. You scored 49 tonight. It seems like in the last 2 weeks, you guys' offense has just been getting a lot stronger. What do you think is happening there?
We in practice working hard and stuff, trying to win games and stuff.
Well, here is your official Stanley County Player of the Week T-shirt. Juwan Morris, Player of the Week on Stanley County Monday Night Football. We'll be right back in just a minute. You can applaud if you want to. That's fine. We appreciate that. We'll be back. Back on the postgame show on Stanley County Monday Night Football with South Stanley head coach Brad French. Coach, let's talk first 400 yards of offense on the ground for South Stanley. Talk about just the front 5 first and their effort in blocking.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game. You know, last week it kind of started, and this week it kind of carried over. We've learned to be physical. We've learned to sustain our blocks and hold them for more than 1 or 2 seconds. We're learning. We're getting better each week, and that was goal number 1 coming into the season, is getting better each week, and we're starting to see that.
And then defensively, the 1 touchdown coming on a short field, and really just 1 other touchdown in the game. Just a terrific effort, and the turnover battle, winning the turnover battle, has to be important for you.
Oh, it is. It's very important. You know, and I told my guys after the game that we played a great game, not quite perfect. We definitely lost the penalty battle, I think. But the turnover battle is huge. Anytime you can win a turnover battle, that's almost stage 4 of the game. You want to win offense, defense, special teams, and turnovers right there with number 4. So, winning that one's huge. I mean, it sets the tone. Maxton's interception was still a close game at that point, and Maxton's interception was big for us.
Good momentum for you guys in the last 2 weeks. A tough test next week against West Montgomery, but still a lot of work for you guys to do in the final 3 weeks of this season. What do you do with this momentum that you've built up these 2 weeks? Yeah,
confidence and momentum is huge for us. I said all along, if we could just find a way to win some ball games, these guys are going to learn to win. These guys, they want to win. Every kid wants to win, and now we've got a couple wins under our belt. Like you said, West Montgomery is going to be tough. West Montgomery is a good football program. That's a tough one, but I told my guys, I said, win number 3 tonight, get win number 4, and then win number 5, and we possibly host a playoff game. So that's in our future still. That's not out of our grasp. So, still some big goals out there for us.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
We'll be right back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. So the final score, South Stanley 49, Chatham Central 12. We'll be back next week with a titanic matchup as the North Stanley Comets face the Albemarle Bulldogs here on Stanley County Monday Night Football. For my broadcast partner, Brian Carter of Carter Video Services, I'm Charles Curcio. We'll see you in the Stanley News and Press this weekend, and I'll see you on TV next week.
Football is a 20th century technological struggle.
And what I seen was this whole raft of people a-setting on these 2 banks and looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture.
Football has hitting, clipping, spearing, blocking, punting, late hitting, unnecessary roughness, and personal foul.